Hey everybody, it's me, it's Christelle Martinette, and yes, it is Thanksgiving Day in the United States, and for all of those who want to give thanks. Let's see, I'm here in Rome, of course, and I wanted to show you this square. This is called Piazza Vittorio, and it is about a 10-minute walk from the central train station, and I'm about a 5-minute walk from here. So let me give you a little brief tour and maybe give you something about the local color. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving here, but I sure will. I have lots of friends, and we're all going to be celebrating together. And this is a sort of a park. It's been restored just recently. It opened a few months ago, and parts of it are brand new. It's in the section called Esquilino, and it's very multicultural, multi-ethnic. They have a market, a food market, and a clothing market right nearby. It's with this lockdown. This place, as you can see, there are no people sitting down. We're on semi-lockdown, and for Rome's standards, it's really cold now. It's about say 45. It's 9:30 a.m. here, and these are the first days of the winter cold. Let me get you towards I want to show you our trams, our electric public transportation that should be moving along here. The grounds are pretty nice, and in the afternoons, really, this is an area where families come from all over the world who live in the area. This is a jogger's paradise as well, as you could see. And I'm not sure if you could hear the birds, because I brought an all-round binaural recording with me in my ears, so maybe you can hear it. But you could definitely see you see the birds around and the crows. And here in front of me, there's a sort of a walled-like construction, and behind that there's a building with a little bit of pink. Next to that is the central market in this area, and the whole square, Piazza Vittorio, is like what you see in front of me, these columns where you can walk underneath the columns, not get wet when it rains, and it's on all four sides of the square. I'm walking in the grass. I have to be careful what I step on. And I'll go around to the other side of the square and see if there are any other things that I could show you, and maybe conclude this video filming from another area, from in front of a church. Lots of birds. All right, so it's Thanksgiving, right? Well, whether you are downtrodden or sitting pretty, there is a lot to be thankful for. And of course, this is a difficult exercise. It's not an exercise that we commonly do, and this is 2020 has been a hell of a year. We all know that, with the pandemic, the economic crisis, this crazy election in the United States, and so many areas of the world that are feeling the brunt of the difficulty caused by the pandemic. But if you're listening to this video, chances are, and I mean chances are because you never know, you are still alive, and that there's a lot to be said about that. But we don't have Thanksgiving all around the world. It's just one day in the United States, but in many parts of the world, people are used to giving thanks. for many things. It's part of their daily practice. It's part of their daily meditation. It's probably one of the best, one of the greatest steps, one of the first steps in a life of pleasure, joy, and happiness. And you can find that out by just going around the internet and looking. And I didn't realize there were that many runners here. I wish come myself. I'll be coming myself. I don't know how long the area, the roads here are, how long a run it would be. But we're getting down to the children's section where looks like there is a trampoline. I have an American friend who said, come on, we're going to, if you make the pumpkin pie, I'll cook the turkey. And I said, well, wait a minute, I don't know if I could make the pumpkin pie. I don't have an oven in my place. And he said, oh, come on, get an air fried, what does he say? An air fryer. And so I looked it up and I didn't know what it was. So I'm going to be looking for that this morning to see if I can use something like that. And if it's worth it, if the food comes out okay. These kids, oh God, I feel like I could do that myself. I feel like going on to that thing. Yeah, it is a trampoline. It is a trampoline. I've got a little trampoline in my house as well. So I like to jump on it in the mornings. But the sun is really, really nice. The sun is really, really nice. I'm going, oh God. As soon as I stepped onto this play area, I see that they've put some kind of foundation here over the ground that is able to, what's soft. It's like spongy, so I guess it's for children in case they fall. Well, let me sign off and then I'll come back with a video from another area. Hang on.
Here I'm walking down my street actually. There's this gorgeous, gorgeous building. This is the Secret Service, one of the Secret Service agencies. Just redone that building. It's gorgeous. And way at the other end of that street, way at the top there, is where another square called San Giovanni is. I'll be going there and see if I could show you a different perspective. First I have to drop off some food shopping I did, so today I'll eat. Be back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is another area very close to my home, and it's the square that's called St. John's Square, San Giovanni. And you can see over to the right there are the walls of the city. This is practically the center of town. There's, like I said before, I'm 10 minutes from the center, the train station. And when I was talking in the park about having my celebration today, Thanksgiving celebration with lots of friends that I have to, cap that, because here we are, like I said, on lockdown, semi-lockdown. We have a 3-tier system, a yellow, orange, and red area. Every region, I believe there are 23, 26 regions in Italy, and they're all colored differently. And luckily, the region of Lazio, where Rome is yellow, so we have a bit more freedom. However, where my family is, Tuscany is a red area, and that I just can't visit, so I had to change my plans for this weekend. Now, I did say I was going to have, this big gathering, but we can't have that. I do have a special person that I'll be celebrating with, eating with, having fun with, but all of my other friends will be on Zoom, just like everyone else. What's going on this weekend? What is the energy like? Well, there is, like I said to you before about giving thanks, that's very, very hard to do, especially when there's pain, and we actually really need to give thanks for having that pain, because it allows us to gauge other experiences in our life. But this is a weekend where many people are going to feel alone, and that's common. So even the notion or the understanding that it is a common feeling will help us a little bit. But this will, how can I say, this will subside. That feeling of loneliness as one side of the spectrum will change on Saturday. Your spirits will be lifted somewhat on Saturday. And that's the time, especially when you have some reprieve, when you have the chance to think of the days that were, or anything up until today that was a happy moment. When it was happy, what was there? What happened that made you happy? Because often we define ourselves in terms of the people we see and the people we are with, forgetting that we do walk on our own 2 feet, and we are born alone and we die alone, and we all know that. But walking on our own 2 feet and being able to do that in balanced, even alongside someone else's, is what we usually strive for. So you can hear the traffic off to the right. So I'm going to the other side of this church. This is St. John's Church, and I want to see the other side of the church, the other square on the other side, because it's full of sun. So bear with the sound of traffic that I have over to my right. But like I said, Saturday is the day that it subsides. This feeling of loneliness subsides, because we sort of take the 2 days in review, the Thursday, the Friday, and then we get to Saturday, and we still have another day for the weekend. And of course, I'm talking to those of you who have a long weekend and who do celebrate this and this long weekend, and know that there is an extra day. One really important thing that we can do, one really important exercise, I could say, or practice that helps us get through the ins and outs of the day, the ins and outs of time where you feel like you're on hold. Well, what you do is visualize yourself in a time and space where that sensation of happiness is again present with you, still is with you, and just remembering. And the idea of having memories is a really valuable, it's a precious gift, really. That helps us a lot. Now, it's, of course, the 4 days are not only glum, is that a word? It's not gloomy, but there really are highlights. What I'm seeing is, well, I'm hearing traffic, so let me stop talking until I get around the other side of this square, so you can hear me better. Maybe it's better now. The other side is, what I was saying is that the high points to the weekend, I do see quite a number of people deciding together to have their relationship count more. Talking, making a point of using this holiday to discuss together and decide together that it's time they want to take the opportunity and make the effort of living together, of creating a life for themselves together. And that means a form of commitment. And that commitment is by no means done lightheartedly. But it is a very high point, because it was a long time coming. But it means a commitment. You know, it's like, I compare it to the notion of wanting to go join the army. I hate to say that, sorry. But it's a commitment, and it's very hard work. Being in a relationship is very hard work. Everyone knows that. And here is the beautiful square. Try and put my hand up. There's the sun right in front of me. I hope that doesn't bother the... Now we have this obelisk. This huge obelisk. See the church on the other side. This is the back. This is the sort of a convent. And in this area, about 200 meters away, down to the left there's St. John's Hospital. And so there might be ambulances and things like that. Still about 5 minutes walk from my place. So I hear that all the time. So the weekend is sort of, there are highs and there are lows, and the lows that I have for you and actually see are those feelings of loneliness, and the highs are the commitments that are made, are the decisions that are made to be together. Now, there are some people that I see who are taking this opportunity to actually work on a project that they have underway, that they have been working on for quite some time, and that this time, this extra added weekend time, will allow them to take their time actually and understand what they have to change, what they're supposed to, how it could work out differently and things like that. That's what else I'm seeing. And there are very few, but I do see them, unfortunately, very few people who are not well and are the most lonely, perhaps the loneliest, as they have to be cared for by professionals, and they may be in hospitals or some sort. But all in all, it's a really this Thanksgiving, compared to any other that I can remember, is one of the most difficult. I go to the States yesterday actually. I usually go the day before Thanksgiving every single year. I never miss. And I arrive in the evening. I go to New Jersey. My sister lives there still, where I grew up, and I stay for about 10 days. And the problem this year is that when you go to some place like that, you have to quarantine, and I can't stay 2 weeks. I have to come back. I can only stay 10 days. There are the ambulances. There they go. There they go. There they go. Just wanted to give you some local color and sound. There it goes. And so I really miss that. I miss that a lot. Of course, I spoke to her. We exchanged recipes. What are you doing? How are you doing that? And how are you doing that? Give my love to this person or the other person. So it's just, I don't know when I can come back. I just don't know how. So even I don't even know when I can see my family in Tuscany, because we're separated from this 3-color system, this yellow, orange, and red. And here I'm yellow, they're red. And the 3rd of December, the Prime Minister will reevaluate the system and the situation, and perhaps Italy may be open to a more amenable travel season for the holidays. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say, and I did want to weigh in with you. Look for me over the weekend. Saturday I should be posting a moon reading for this really, really powerful moon. So look for that, and really enjoy your holiday. Really enjoy this Thanksgiving, and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.